This is the Sony HDR AX2000 US version I'm selling on eBay. I'm also including an SD card and an extended battery pack. This is a Lenmar extended battery pack, and I'll show you the comparison in size later to the original one. This is a Kingston 32 gig Class 10 SD card. The camera is used, but I'm just showing you the way that I'll be shipping it to you when you receive it. I've kept all the original packing. I don't know if the limited warranty is still good since I've never sent it in. You can see the manuals are practically unused because I use the printed out version, PDF version off the Sony website. Now I'm going to show you all the original packing material and all the components that came with the camera. This is a proprietary component video with its proprietary connector to the Sony camera, so you definitely don't want to lose that. This is a power plug. I've never used a power plug because I have a Sony battery external charger. This is the composite video. This is pretty standard. The camera does have a composite video out. This is just a standard USB cable that it ships with. You can download the media directly from the camera if you wish. This is the battery, the Sony battery that comes with the camera. And I'll show you in a second just the size comparison to the Lenmar. The Lenmar battery has so much capacity that I usually use that as a primary and save the smaller battery pack in my case as backup, but I've never had to use it just because the Lenmar has so much capacity. This is the power adapter, proprietary connector, and I've never used that either. Again, I have an external battery pack charger. This is this remote control that comes with it, and I've never used this either. And the battery clip is, the battery protector is still in there. This is the eye cup for the eyepiece. I've never used this because I use eyeglasses and I prefer the just without the eyepiece. But this is kind of nice if you film outdoors in bright sunlight or bright studio lighting. So you can use either the eye cup or the viewfinder without the eye cup or the LCD screen. Here I'm just showing you the unpacking of the camera itself. So this is the camera itself. You can see just kind of relative size. It's not the lightest camera in its category, in this prosumer category, and I think that's because it just packs so much features in the camera. So here I'm going to turn the camera on. You'll see the LCD screen. It's a very high resolution screen, very crisp, very good for indoor use, but not quite bright enough for outdoor use. And it's very solid feeling. You can rotate it. You can rotate the LCD completely forward or backwards. Here I'm just showing you kind of a look from different angles of the camera. Here I'm going to show you just kind of one hand holding the camera with the extended battery pack, and you can see the battery pack fits flush with the camera. The LCD lens or LCD screen closes very firmly, solid, just a high quality feel to it. Now I'm going to show you the protector for the lens. It's built into the matte box. It's pretty nice. It's a very solid lens protector, and it's nice if you have it in a bag and something might scratch the lens. You want to keep that closed. And here's a removal of the matte box. You can see it comes off pretty easily. And here's a nice big lens, which I'll talk about more later. The lens is one of the best parts of this camera. And here's kind of just a view of what it looks like without the matte box on. The viewfinder is adjustable about 90 degrees. It has that's a diopter control that you can correct for if you have bad vision, like I do. This is a real nice switch for the headphone monitor, which the plug is on the side. You can't see it, but you can use that to select either left, right, mono, or stereo of when your headphone while you're filming or playback. This is a release for the viewfinder. I don't know why you would do that. Maybe just for cleaning or something, but I always leave that on. Here's the camera, and that's the protector switch. The menu functions, which I won't go over you. There's plenty of information on that. You can read online, other reviews and things. I'm just trying to show you very quickly the features I think are outstanding about this camera that other cameras in this price range doesn't have. That's a nice little protection control that you can either slide to turn that top zoom button on the handle on or off, or fix zoom rate. Um, if you don't want to accidentally hit the zoom while you're using the top handle, that's a nice switch to have. These are the control rings on the camera itself. There's actually three of them. And I believe one of them is assignable to like iris control or gain control, and other controls you can assign to it. What I like about this camera is these ring controls are very smooth as compared to some other cameras I've used that are kind of flimsy feeling or just sluggish feeling, but these are very nice and firm. This is an ND filter built into the camera, which is really nice because you don't have to take the matte box off to add an additional ND filter to the lens for like bright outdoors or indoor bright lighting. That's the autofocus, gain, just a ton of controls on this camera that you can use. These are assignable buttons. I believe there's 7 assignable buttons that you can use the menu to assign different functions. That's the iris control. That's a gain. There's 3 positions for the gain. You can set the gain levels in the menu, and then you can just use that switch. And that's for white balance. You can set different white balance levels or use white balance set. This is a little jog dial that's pretty nice. You can use it to control menu functions without the LCD. If you're in bright sunlight, you can see the menu items that show up in the viewfinder. Here's a pretty cool feature that you don't see in a lot of cameras of this price range. This is the audio control. One of the audio controls. You can actually set it to all sorts of different like auto or manual control. It's just a real nice feature to have. The knobs feel really sturdy and very good feedback. And there's a nice little window clip. Here's the other audio function that you have. This you can set to either like a self-powered mic, or you can assign 48-volt phantom power to the mics. That's for left and right channel. So those are nice features to have because a lot of shotgun mics are 48-volt phantom required, and you don't have to have an external battery source for that or power source. So you can assign that to the left-right channels. These are just standard DIN connectors for the microphone, left and right channel. I would definitely use a quality external microphone. The microphones that are built in, which I'll point to in a second, are not the best quality. I would not use the ones that come on the camera itself. Here I'm showing you just a top view of the zoom, and also there's zoom on the handle itself. The progressive zoom, the harder you press, the faster it zooms. And they have a very nice feel to it. It's very smooth and very easy to use when you're holding it with one hand. This is a remote for Sony remote tripods and handles that you can control zoom and start, stop, record if you have one. This is how the shotgun mic can fit on the camera. You can see there's some nice rubber mounts in there to keep the noise isolation from the camera for shotgun mics. And that latch is pretty sturdy. It's a real nice, nicely made little shotgun clip. So you don't have to add your own mount to it. The internal built-in mics are not the best quality, so I definitely recommend getting a good shotgun mic. Again, this is a different view of the control to either activate or turn off the top handle zoom. So here you see the you can put SD cards, dual SD cards, or Sony Pro sticks in there. I prefer to use SD cards just because they're more common. But it's a very firm latch. This is the power plug that goes with the adapter that it comes with. You can charge battery on the camera or use it as a power source. And here's a full HDMI output. That's pretty nice. A lot of cameras don't have that. So if you have a high-res monitor, that's kind of nice to have. This is the regular composite video output RCA cables. So if you just want to do a quick playback or something on a low-cost monitor nearby, you can do that. This is the bottom of the camera. You can see the standard tripod mounts in the bottom of the camera. You can use those for monopod, tripod, or like a shoulder mount to screw that in. Here I'm going to show you a comparison of the size of the lens on this Canon lens, DSLR lens. Of course, it's not included in the Cellix camera, but I just wanted to show you the relative size comparison in diameter with the lens on the Sony. Here you can see the zoom mechanism. It's very smooth, very quiet, very fast, just a very high quality lens. To me, the quality of the lens on a camcorder is so important because if you ever have a second camera that you use, like a DSLR camera these days all have video, and you want to post-edit the scenes together, it just makes it seamless looking. And because of the 1/3 inch CMOS sensor on the Sony camera, you can use a DSLR as a second backup or a second scene camera and edit them together in a with the editing tool later on. So that's just for comparison size of the lens. And now I'm putting the matte box back on. It's very sturdy. It doesn't move around when you shake it. And that's the lens protector. Very firm. Snaps right in. This is the extended battery pack. As you can see, it fits flush. It doesn't stick out, even for its size. And that's nice because if you use a viewfinder, you don't have a big battery like that sticking out of the back camera. So there's a relative size with the standard battery that comes with the camera. So I hope you enjoyed this video and hope you bid for this camera on eBay. Thank you for watching.